Yeah, fellas, welcome to another episode. Had some comments come in on the bell. J Love, nonconformists are like eagles. We fly high and alone and see more than other people see, and he is correct. This type, as they categorize this, we step to a different beat of the drum. We can't go into that corporate goose step of regular society. Work a 9 to 5 and all that kind of stuff. That's why I'm attracted to the nomadic lifestyle as well, of living in an RV or living out of your truck. I have a bed in the back of my truck so I can travel. And I sleep back there all the time. Sharmar, I've been there. Not sure what video that is, but thanks for the comment. The Mad Dog. Uh-oh. I believe that's one of the private videos that shouldn't have got out. I laughed way too hard at your commentary. You are right, though. Let me check on this video. Now, Jovita had a procedure done recently. Oh, okay.
Profile photos suck.
Yeah, the fellow with the hat looked like Elmer Fudd's hat, but turned sideways. Yeah. And then the deer caught the headlights look. His profile sucked. My brothers. Dominic Ramos. Supreme, do you know that there is some kind of pickup artist ad that plays on your video before it starts? Nope, I didn't know that. Not sure if you knew or not, but want to let you know. Yep. I'm not in charge of what ads they will play on the platform. I just get paid. Well, I haven't got paid yet because I don't have enough viewership, and I don't care. That's one of the things that I don't want is to be beholden to YouTube, to be up under YouTube for my income. When I do get enough viewers again, like I had on my last channel, it'll be nice, a nice little bit extra chump change or money, but it's not something I'll be living on. Remo, throwback poor SR9. Yeah, before I went on vacation, I went into that video vault that one of the viewers sent me from my last channel. He had actually recorded most of my videos, and he sent them to me in packages. And I really want to thank Asian Player for that. I want to offer him something in return, but I haven't talked to him in a while. Anyways, so before I went on vacation, I uploaded some content, and I got so busy I forgot to release it. Now, recognize that those are old videos. If you're tend to be on the white supremacist side, I don't know what's in those videos, okay? Don't start flagging my videos. I don't remember what's in them. They're from my old channel. And if you're going to be sensitive like a snowflake, then I won't release them. I'll just take them all down. So watch that fragility stuff and just hard yourself up and recognize that I don't remember what's in these goddamn things. Abdul. Supreme, will you make a complete chakra meditation for all 7? Because I will buy it. Unfortunately, you probably be one of the only few that would, though. Eric, wasn't your grandfather black? Didn't he get killed for killing a white guy? My dad's father was not, as far as we could tell. There's an argument. His father was a white man. His mother was a Native American, but there's talk that she might have been half black, half Native American. So he might have been what I thought my dad was, which was actually my dad was half black. I thought he was half black, a quarter French, and a quarter Native. And if his father was half white, half Native, then that would have, be my dad. But if he had a little bit of black in him, like a quarter black, then my dad wasn't what I thought he was. My dad always said his father wasn't white. I mean, wasn't black. And if he had that little bit of black in him, he passed as white because he had two white families and two black families. I'm just one of them. I'm the first one, first set. My dad's from the first set. And they were married. In fact, he's buried next to my dad's mom, but he's buried in the black section. That's where the family put him. My mom's father was definitely black, even though he had blue eyes. I suggested he might have been some kind of mulatto. And my uncle said, no, I don't think he was a mulatto. But they don't know anything about him. He had a mother, but that's it. He was raised in white folks' house. I think it was his biological father that brought him in to raise him, to keep an eye on him. I guess, I know that the slave, this is going back to the 1920s, though, just after way after slavery, but some slavers might have had some feelings for their black offspring. That's why they would say they would bring the blacks into the big house, give them the good food. And I think that's something similar with my mom's father. He drove them around, the family around. He lived in their shed. He had a room out there and back in the shed. So that's my family genetics. Typical black family, though. We all have almost the same thing, except on my father's side, it's actually recent. Apparently, my dad's father was pretty old when my dad was born. That's why I'm like a generation difference. I have a grandfather who's born in the 1800s, whereas my other grandfather was born in the 1900s, and because of that, as I was talking about my relatives I've met, they're so much older than I am. Now I'm 58, but these people were like 70, 60s and 70s. My closest cousin, she's 62, which is cool. That's perfect. And as my mom's family, I don't recall anybody. There was these three girls that were about equivalent to my brother and myself's age. They're equivalent to our age, but I don't remember them. In fact, I didn't know that my Uncle Sandy had kids until I contacted someone named Stephen Pankey, who's, I guess, ex-gangbanger, tough guy. I was watching him pump 3 plates, and he did a whole bunch of reps. Anyways, let's see. Alan V. I use a different strategy when talking to women online. I message the girls who have viewed my profile. That's good. That's what I also tell fellas that want to hoe chase. So that's one way to do it. Well, it's actually not hoe chasing because they're choosing. To me, they view your profile. They're choosing. They're basically, giving you the look across the room. I also keep the conversation as simple and short as possible. If I feel they are in the video.
She says, "Oh, what's scariest to you?"
Crap.
If you've ever been scared.
These comments aren't coming up.
They don't really scare me.
I don't know why, but they're just under the bell. Don't know what people are using to comment. Maybe some kind of phone app, and it's not translating. I don't know. Kevin Drummond is asking, how do I get Toastmasters? You go on to google.com, type in Toastmasters International, INTERNATIONAL. Play that back slowly to get the spelling right. If he's asking, how to get Toastmasters, I got to spell them out for him. He's obviously uneducated. Go to their main site, and they'll have a link to select a Toastmasters near you. Let's see. Google. Let me show you. Up there was find a club. Let's see. Click on find a club. You should be putting in your area code. Yeah. Enter specific location. Okay, let's put in Sacramento, California. 25 miles. Don't really have any. There's my old club, River City. In fact, looks like they got a gang of them. Wow. Put in your days you want to meet, that you're available to, go to something. For me, I'd want advanced clubs. I don't want to be around a bunch of beginners. I already have my CMT, Certified Toastmaster. They call it something else now. It's finding clubs near me. But anyway, that's all you got to do. It's taking its time. I'm not sure what's going on, but just put in your information. It'll work. Here it comes. Not very. Oh, that's where I used to live. White Rock. Off White Rock. There's a club right out here. Wait a minute. Here's Rancho Cordova. Yeah. This is way out somewhere. So in Rancho Cordova, there's a street called White Rock, and I used to live off of White Rock. And there's Rancho, there's Sacramento. I went to Cordova High School. This is where the rich white folks live, up in Carmichael and Fair Oaks. Orangevale was more the KKK types. It's country also, very country. Used to be very country out here. My mom lives here in Rosemont. She moved from Rancho to Rosemont, bought a much nicer house. And that's Highway 50. You get off Highway 50, get off on Watt Avenue, and then just go straight across. But I've never heard of a town called White Rock. This is interesting. Or area way out there called White Rock. So anyways, that's how you can find your own Toastmaster. Real easy, real simple. Go for, of course, a beginner level class when you're out there. Bryce, B-R-Y-S-D. Hello, I can't find the free product. That was for people on my forum. Those videos were uploaded while I was at the hospital. As I said, Jovino's going through a procedure, and I was at a hospital, and everything was just going on. I didn't put them on unlisted, as I should have. I've got a ton of more videos that I have done that correctly. In fact, right now I'm looking at people's profiles and giving them analysis of their photographs and their entire profile and give them ideas of how they can improve them. The tool that I released was my template. And one of the fellows, he did a pretty good profile using my template. His photos were excellent. That'd be Mr. International on here. I think that's what he goes by on YouTube. Christopher. He took the template and applied it. It works. So my testing of the template is working. Hold on one second. I'm trying to grow a full beard. It's not working. I don't have enough hair follicles on the side to really grow anything. Professor Black Truth tweeted. He reposts his classic videos about Roger Ailes. Cool. Now, I still follow Professor Black Truth's videos, usually on Friday nights, if I want a dose of Black consciousness. No, Michael Nolan had commented on one of my videos from my forum, and he's just talking about how he tried dating and he failed. He should have went through me to get the right photos and the right words. Remember how he spells? Can you imagine the nightmare? His online profile was with his spelling stuff. I think he said he was dyslexic or something. Paid in Full says, I'm glad I came back to this channel, Player Supreme. Goes in on the weak. Dope. Celeste Walker. Good stuff. So a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Gonna work on my affirmations and confidence. Good, Celeste. I believe the phrase is, as a man thinketh. Sorry, fellas. I already know I'm gonna have a rough winter. I just had a MRI on my, or ultrasound on my stomach, because I believe I've got a hernia from coughing. It's just from coughing. 2 cents. Damn, my POF profile sucked. Oh, well. That wasn't your profile, man. But real funny. But I know if the guy is short or ugly, he's going to have a hard, as even ugly women will be picky about what they won't. See what I mean by the spelling? He should have actually had maybe a sister look at his profile before he put it up. Because women are always good at grammar. I don't care where they're from. He has a sister or his mother or a female that he knows. A girlfriend of one of his buddies or whatever. Hot chicks, he says, are not my market. I know that from their ratings. Plus, I think he's trying to say approached them before in real life. They're not interested. So I have wait for a woman to choose. You don't have to wait. You don't have to follow an intelligent route to the game. You can go out there and run buck wild and chase after every girl. You're in your late 20s. You still got some energy you can expend and waste on frivolous activity like that. Fellas, nobody ever said you had to let a female, choose. You can go out there and cast your die and hope maybe she likes your tap dancing for her, or you're scampering around like a puppy does for her attention. She might think it's cute and fuck you. I just like a sure thing. That's all. I like to sail downstream to land a pussy instead of swim or try to skate uphill on ice. Now, as I was trying to explain to one of my members, he's hoe chasing white chicks, and he's African American. That's a real long path. That is totally like skating uphill on ice. Because as I try to explain to him, for those chicks to go out with him, that means her parents find out and they're pissed off. It embarrasses the family. The sisters are embarrassed. The brother is pissed off because dudes will be angry about it. Their cousins are acting funny. The entire family gets shook up when they date a black dude. Yes, it is like that. If you put yourself inside their shoes, you'll see why. You'll see what's going on and stuff like that. Right now, if you're a black dude, you're only thinking from your own point of view. And that's why you think, oh, it's no big deal. And white girls love brothers. That's a funny one when I hear that one. That's actually not true. There's a lot of white chicks that hate black men. So if you're hoe chasing, and you're not the race of the people you're hoe chasing, I would suggest you actually listen to what I have to say. Because the chance of you talking her into risking all of that and bringing embarrassment and shame to her family, you think you got that kind of skill? Because that's what they risk when they date outside the race into the African American race. It is what it is. Don't hate it. It's the way it is. I don't care if you're in America. I don't care if you're in Europe. It's just the way it is. Okay. If you were her father, you would feel the same way. And don't say that you wouldn't, because then you're thinking from a black perspective. You're not thinking from a white perspective. Okay. Now, that means if that father took the entire family to dinner and took her and took yo behind, think of what the other white people are going to be looking at that table. They would look at him like, well, why you got this black dude at your table? And some of you guys think it's not that racist. It is. Remember, I go out with a Portuguese family, although they don't look white except for the mother and Jovina and one brother. The father gets looks. They look at us like, we're a band of freaks. Like, where are these people from? Going to Georgia, I got the Southern slap. White man said like this. Stare me in my eyeballs. They don't have lips, so that gash of a mouth. Oh, sorry about that. If you're a white supremacist, sorry about that. Thin lips. And I'm carrying my food back, looking at him. Put my tray down. And I told Jovina to speak Portuguese when she came around because she got it carrying her food. Also, I look at the tables over here when this first happened. The women, no lips, old bitty women. Old folks will stare. So I stared back. It didn't look away. And Jovina set her tray down. I said, Jovina, I set it back for soda, and make sure you talk Portuguese because look at the table over there. She said, I know, I saw them. They gave me the look too. So she started speaking Portuguese. Americans just are idiots. Southern, I don't care what race they are, they're idiots. They recognize as a foreign language, so she's foreign. She's not one of our American Southern belles or whatever. I mean, Jovina looks like she's Latin anyway. I don't know what they're tripping on, but she had light skin. The South is a trip. It is very, very racial in the South. Blacks stick to one side, whites stick to the other side. And a couple of guys, a couple of people are going in between because I wasn't the only interracial couple. I didn't see any, but I heard the man that pulled my coat, took me to the side, hey, man, I said, I don't care who you date, but, my son's dating a white woman, but, you got to watch out for these people down here. That's America. All right, let's go over the actual comments section, and I got to go to the email section because I haven't looked at my emails since before summer. Messages. You Jelly, thanks for warning me. I took those off. They were only for my site anyway. I don't care if my site has that particular information. Anonymity. And the homos have entered another good show, Ozark, on Netflix. I didn't know that. That's pretty bad. Travis, my girl fucked up, so it's time to make her pay. I want to see what you would do in a situation like this. She's saying she will do anything to make up. Should I leave her or should I milk this? Thanks for helping me turn into the man I was meant to be. Well, first of all, what did your woman do? Okay. What did she do? It sounded like she fucked someone else. So that means there was a hole in your game. Recognize that your game was leaking. That's why she went sniffing somewhere else. If you'd put your female on lock, God damn it, cat. If you put your female down on lock, she wouldn't have done that. So I start with you. Shut up. If you had been so deep in your mind, your woman's mind, she wouldn't have listened to those other voices up in her ear whispering to her. Okay, Travis? So we're not quite there at the kind of man you were meant to be. You're meant to be the man that has his female so in rapture with the sound of his voice, they won't listen to another man's voice. As for making her pay, you got to make yourself pay. Well, you're paying through hell, living in hell right now, thinking of her. And I'm sorry, this is old. This is 3 months ago. I didn't realize it's been that long since I've looked at these. You probably took her back. A lot of guys who are desperate, they'll take the girl back and shit like that. And you probably, act a little sissy and did shit, but hey, it is what it is. Recognize that you got to keep your game strong. You must have caught her, and now she wants to say all that shit. No. Make sure you also pick a girl that's a good girl next time too. Don't pick a freak to settle down with, fellas. You never want to pick a freak to settle down with. Okay. Now, someone made a comment on my forum. Did I hoe chase Jovina? And the answer is yes and no. The DJ, who was a friend of mine, this white guy named Rick. Rick always wanted Jovina to just say hi to him because she would walk around the club, past the DJ booth, around and around and down and out the door to be able to go to the bathroom without dudes bugging her. Try to touch her ass and all that shit. And he'd walk by the DJ. She'd walk by the DJ booth all the time. So I said, hold on, let me handle that for you. And I stepped over to her and spoke to her for a moment. Then I stupidly, the next night I took her out on the dance floor. Yeah, we've been together ever since. I'd always thought Jovina was a fucking bitch. I thought she was a fucking bitch because of her attitude. But then I after I got to know her, I understood why. She was one of those chicks that, guys will always try to, put the Mac down when she was walking to the bathroom. I was actually with her. Well, I was kind of with her. I was sitting on a stool and she came over and was talking to me. And some dude, as he was walking by, touched her ass. And I thought, damn, she must be cheap. Because she had turned around and said, next time, put $1 in it. She don't remember ever saying that. But she actually said that. I said, damn, what kind of bitch is this? So anyways, then she ended up being a good girl. So, and we've been together ever since. But I never thought I would have dated Jovina. Oh, there's the video that Jelly's talking about where some of my information was leaking out.
Okay.
Let's see.
I just created a video just a while ago, 9/11,
Ah,
2017,
shit.
and I've got.
I see it. Okay, so let me take care of this. Because you can't trust YouTubers. Sorry, fellas. There are people that are on YouTube that if they had access to anything, they would rat me out. Sorry, there's actually males like that are watching me right now. They look for anything to rat me out. Let's see. Okay, that's good. Mm-hmm. No, not this one. Let me go find that message again. Man, I really got to wake up.
Okay.
All right. Oh. This is one of the old ones, I think. No, it's not an old one. Okay, let me make sure this video is hidden. There it is. This should have been listed as unlisted. Because that was actually for my forum. Anyways, I do believe I did put those on unlisted. It's hard to tell because I got a ton of videos here that I've been working with the fellows on my forum, getting their profiles all bombed out. I'm actually going to be forming a class out there for fellows. I also created a private Facebook group for this. For people who are in the class, we can meet in the Facebook group and go over stuff. But we'll do it'll be my private webinar. Then we'll also convene to the group and we'll go over everybody's profiles. I'm going to be doing just exactly what I'm doing on the forum, totally checking their profiles out, helping them write the best stuff. And that's coming this month. But I actually wasn't going to offer it to the people on YouTube. I was going to advertise it to the people, to new people on Facebook. Because there is a charge for that. I'm going to charge for my time. I'm not going to do it for free. Can you imagine the hours, then Jovina's time, looking at your photographs and telling you the right colors to pick, and then doing it for free? How would you like to go to work tomorrow and your boss say, hey, I'm not going to pay you for today? This is for you guys who, like black dudes, they don't understand, why don't you do it for free? Some black guys. I've had that problem with some black dudes. Never get it from white guys, but I get it from black dudes. Hey, man, hook up. Why don't you do it for free? Okay. Hole is covered. It's a shame that I can't trust the brothers on YouTube. There's always somebody that's going to be a little pissed off in a bad mood because his day isn't going well. And let me just go ahead and rat on Supreme. It happened to me. That's why I lost my last profile. All right, Dominic, what's up, brother? I'm done with POF. I'm sticking to the club. Too many weirdos on there. I'm sorry you had that experience, Dominic, but that's some bitch assness right there, man. You don't hoe chase on there. Let them come to you, and then you can wean them out. Only pick the best of the best. Darian Corley, whatever happened to Dasani Water? Wow, that's going way back. You're going back 10 years, man. More than 10 years. I have no idea, but I do remember the name. I don't remember that much about. I just remember the fucking name. Darian. What's up, KR? Daniel Sean. Hey, Supreme. I'm doing good tonight, Daniel. Thanks for asking. Darian, fan of your work. Been following you for years. Yeah, it sounds like it, man. Dasani Water? That, I remember something weird about the guy. I still remember the specifics. I'm old now. Well, I started old, and I'm even older now. The name. I don't remember what the trouble was with the dude. KR, it's a small percentage of white women who are into brothers, from my own experience. Exactly. That's why if you're searching online, they'll find you. Found me. What's up, Rufiano? Thought I'd say hello. You're on the forum. Say hi on the forum. And Rufiano, I believe he's the brother that, yeah, he got his first piece of ass. And it was a biracial sister. Supreme. Me and this white guy was arguing today because I told him that white supremacists put drugs in black neighborhoods. And he said they didn't make you take them. And he's actually correct. They didn't make us take them. I always say, we ran to them. Now, I just made a video about this. Let me see if I can share that with you guys. If I can find the actual video. Smooth Brother, free webinar. Why we are dysfunctional. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a video that I actually just screen captured it from this particular documentary. I was going to put on my Facebook account. So what I recommend you fellas do is find that particular video, Out of Darkness. It's actually on YouTube. And you'll see, it kind of helps you understand why we ran to the drugs. Why black folks are dysfunctional, basically. We're dysfunctional. because of slavery, because of the trauma to our minds. Imagine the horrors of that are still passed down. Now, if white folks found that when they have a traumatic event happen to them in the past, it affects their DNA in the future, then of course us, the original man, the original archetype of men, of humanity, we could have it even worse, okay? So, yeah, after the trauma of slavery, I think the people that did that knew we'd run to it. That's what I believe. We'd run to the drugs. I've been talking to an older white guy. That's one of my clients. He's 70 or turning 70 next month. In October, in other words. Yeah, that's yes, next month. And he has trouble understanding, you know, being black. He's a Republican, voted for Trump, thinks that black guys have nothing to complain about. And I've been trying to open up his mind because he listens to those white nationalist radio shows, those white supremacist radio shows. He made a comment about, you know, black pride in the Army, and I got real defensive. And then I finally understood what he was actually talking about. You know, it didn't have a place in the Army because you're in the Army, you're one unit. You're not these brothers. You're supposed to be one unit of males having each other's back, and that's what he was trying to communicate. But you know, I overreacted, as I can do sometimes. Anyways, I've been trying to explain to him what it's like living as a black man. Like, I don't like when clients bring up, you know, something about black people. I don't want to be reminded I'm black. You know, I hate that. His wife finally got the message. She had another sense. She quit doing that shit. If you're a white guy, it is different being black in America or anywhere else. You should try stepping into our shoes. Now, what people, when they do that, they step in the shoes as a white person. No, you got to truly step into a black person's shoes and see what it's like from our point of view, like I do for you guys. Like I stepped in his shoes, being in the Army and having these soldiers. He thought it was black pride. I explained, no, that wasn't black pride. Basically, what happened was there was a group of guys that in the chow hall, black dudes would take cuts in front. And I explained to him that they were pulling people out of the ghettos, and that's a ghetto mentality. That wasn't a black pride thing. So he was actually wrong, and I was wrong in what he was talking about. You know, that whole thing wouldn't belong in the military anyway, if you guys understand what I'm talking about. So the trouble between blacks and whites, you know, it's a matter of, we got to learn to step into each other's shoes. That's why I try to explain to you what's like for a white father whose daughters date a black dude. You know, what it'd be like. I look at Jovina, who's, you know, sweeping the floor right now. Her sister has 2 black kids, and I know it was an embarrassment to their parent, I mean, to his father, her father, because she was messing with this black dude and had a black child. Although he loved that child when he came out, because apparently her son used to follow him around. But in the Portuguese community, you know, they're dragging this black kid up. Although, you know, none of them have any of the racial stuff that I've seen in regular white folks, but I'm sure there was some issues, you know, some tension, some feelings that they had to adjust to, if I can be gentle. Is that correct, Jovina?
That is correct. He had more of a problem with who the father was as a person.
Yeah, okay. So, you know, maybe I over misread. I guess because he's dark himself. He called himself a mulatto. He apparently had more issues with this guy, Keith, the father of her 2 nephew and niece, because he was one of those deadbeat black dudes. Yeah. He was dodging child support payments, quitting jobs and shit like that, not doing anything for the kids. And I believe that's why he didn't like me when I first came out. He thought I would be like that. Correct?
Yeah, he just,
I was kind of like
wasn't
that.
sure, and thought that maybe.
I was like a typical black dude. Well, I don't care. I was pissed off. I was calling him Euro trash and shit like that. Jovina, she wouldn't go into the Christmas shit, dinner, shit like that. Anyways, I think I kind of helped him change a little bit.
Yes, you guys are buds now.
I wouldn't go that far. All right, let's get back to what's going on. Yeah, we joke around a little bit. We found out 2 months ago. Derek Kelly, do you believe in weather manipulation? I've seen some evidence of that. I can believe that. That heart machine they have. See, I've done a little bit of research into it. I'm not a conspiracy theorist type, but I do know that there is something going on. I know about the 13 families and why are all of our fucking presidents interrelated? Even Obama was related to fucking Cheney. And what I don't get is how idiots can't even see that. So I talk to people, oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. Don't you see that how even Obama's related though? Don't you think? These people that I'm talking about, they don't think. They don't wonder. They don't question. They're good little sheep. Seems like all the big storms happen in predominantly poor black states and areas. Yeah, but there are white people that live there too. They're well-off white people. Joel Osteen, he's rich. But so I wouldn't go as far as that. Because blacks are in every goddamn state. And Texas, I wouldn't say is poor either. And also Florida. Florida is definitely not poor. SW. Shit, we got a white troll. Derek Kelly. We ran to drugs because white folks put them in our communities. They destroyed the Black Panthers doing this. We didn't run to drugs because they destroyed our communities. They had already destroyed our minds, our family structure, way back in the 1800s. In fact, in that particular video, the one guy in the white shirt, when he got married, he was in the room with Malcolm X's sister, and he talked about how his sister gave him advice, don't show excessive love for her. And that's learned from slavery. Because if the man showed that he loved his woman, bad things happen to her. The white man will come in there, make him watch while he fucks her. So we have programmed into us this pattern, as I'm learning from this video, of not showing love for our mates. And it comes out of slavery. So we were destroyed way before that. It's just a matter of stimulation and control, as I talked about with the cross colors nonsense, where black people wearing their clothes backwards. Wearing your coat backwards so you look like, I don't know, Oompa Loompa. Derek, but the unity doesn't come together in the U.S. as it is. There's too much classism going on. I can agree with that there, Derek. He goes, I haven't heard about Obama being related. Yeah. Your video on feeling alone, I could relate because so many people call me a conspiracy theorist. Well, you think differently. You see things and you question. Don't follow InfoWars, though. Okay? That's for crazy white folks that are racist. He's a very racist motherfucker. A lot of black guys got messed up on that shit. It took a while to deprogram one of the black dudes from that was in my Facebook group. And I think I did an email from him a few months ago. finally got his head on straight. But yeah, Obama was like distant cousin of Dick Cheney's. And if you think about it this way, let's say you're part of one of the richest families on the planet, and you can actually control economies. And that's what these people can do. They can control the economies of nations. Wouldn't you want to keep your power? Wouldn't you want to hire think tanks to give you ways to, let's say, control the blacks? How do we control the blacks? And they, by the way, it's been proven that they've already done that. They went to experts like Henry Kissinger in the early 70s, and he came back with one thing is make them homosexuals. This information, you can find this information, it's out there. And that's one of the words that Henry Kissinger said, turn them into homosexuals. What do we have brothers doing now? Sagging, that's homosexual, they didn't realize it. What are they also doing? Wearing skinny jeans, that's homosexual. If you're wearing skinny jeans and suits, little tight suits, there, Christopher, that was homosexual. You got programmed. They've made it as our current fashion. They, not us, they. Because they want to make the rest of the world passive. It's better for them to have passive males than aggressive males. Yeah, and blonde hair, black people have. Let's see, hold on. I follow a guy named Robert Perkins on here. He always talks about racism and white supremacy. You might like him. I follow Professor Black Truth. He's not the only person I listen to. And Cynthia G. I can only take so much, though. And I caution you to limit yourself on these people because they're full of negativity. Professor Black Truth has the least, as I've said before. Cynthia G, she can get very toxic. When you start calling a race of people devils, that's just giving them power they don't really own.
Correction. Albinoid devils.
Yeah, correction. Sorry, albinoid devils. That's giving a race of people power that they don't really have. It is a little bit childish to me. But I see the 10,000 mile high view. This is my personality. I'm right-brained. Okay, so he's a little more extreme, yeah. And the blonde hair black people have. I don't know what you're talking about, Derek. Maybe you could explain that one to me. Now, because of Jovina, I'm not welcome in the black consciousness community also. Black people dyeing their hair blonde. I hate that. My old mother did that at one time, and I hated it. And she's very dark-skinned. It just doesn't look right on jet black skin. And this blonde hair. It's hideous. Wearing skinny jeans and having blonde hair. As in Tubbs, rappers dye their hair blonde. Addison Tubbs, please don't mention rappers here. They're like the worst scum on the planet. I know you guys follow them, but as I explained to you, they do what they're told to do. They're told, don't talk about white people, don't talk about gays, don't talk about Jews, and don't talk about the police. When was the last time you heard a rapper get his music out there in the public, break those rules? They don't break the rules anymore. What happened, now this is education for you, is they were told these if they want to get their music out there because the companies are now owned all by non-blacks. All the rap companies for music are owned by non-blacks for production and getting your work out there. Okay. Now you could do underground rap and get your shit printed on some MP3s and distributed for free. But if you want the money, you got to act. You got to do the clown act. You got to act a goddamn fool in your videos. You got to disrespect your women. You got to call them bitches and hoes. This started back in the 90s, by the way. If you look at rap before that, we didn't call it women bitches and hoes. We didn't act a goddamn fool. We didn't do that squat down thing. We didn't do any of that monkey shit. We were told to do that. Christopher, good job on your profile. I did a video on it to help you make it better. Great photos, though. Damn good photos. As it's up, sorry, Supreme. He goes, not saying it's cool, just trying to explain. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks, Addison. They also, I think Snoop Dogg is kind of feminine. You know, I was watching him do that dance. And, he's got them long, but he's just kind of feminine. I don't know why my generation ever followed Snoop Dogg. Actually, it was a generation behind me. So, yeah. Wait a minute. I just heard something slip in the room, all greased up. Something sounds all slippery and like he's like it's got lotion all over it. It's Remo! Remo came and talks because he got his lips all greased up. You need to get your ass ashy like a real man there, Remo. He goes, yo, King Ashy. I'm known as the King of Ash now. What you need to say, yo, King of Real Men.
Yeah, women don't like ashy.
K-Shot Gaming. Tupac didn't he at the start of his career got himself, don't know what you're saying, you got to speak clear English. Tupac, didn't he? Question mark. You ever seen Tupac before corporate got a hold of him? He looked and sounded like a homosexual. Find those earlier interviews. He was about, because he had been out on the streets, and who knows where they do live on the streets. But I don't want to put the man down, but he just looked and sounded like a total homosexual. Even had that blonde streak in his hair. He had hair. I don't know why he shaved his head. I guess to look harder or something, but yeah. Whoa. And he's part of the whole corporate media. Although he pushed the boundaries. And what happened to him?
Got killed.
He ended up dead. LOL, don't worry, Remo Supreme calls me the poser now. Yeah, I call him the poser because he does great posing in his photographs. Remember the videos, the photos we looked at this morning? Brothers, posing next to the jet engine. That brother be posing.
Yeah.
So I said he was probably born posing. Jumped out the pussy, posing. What's up, Pops? Oops, didn't mean to say pussy. Sorry. Don't want to disrespect your mother. I apologize. My shame. Daniel Sean. Is it weird to have some hard feelings about the gay agenda? No. It's normal to have hard feelings about the gay agenda. The agenda. It's totally normal. And recognize that these people said one of their goals was to be able to have freedom to seduce our little brothers. Okay? Our little brothers. You got a little brother that's like toddler age? That's in their manifesto. It seems really strange you are looked down on for being a man, but a chick can act like a man and be celebrated for not my book. A chick can't act like a man. and it's celebrated for being true to herself. Well, if she's gay, I'm not gonna gay bash, but I'm gonna bash that goddamn agenda. Someone just was just talking about on Ozarks. I'm sick of the homosexual agenda and putting the shit in our TV shows. Anybody remember they had it in the new Marvels? Do they have that in the new Marvels? Homosexual agenda? I thought we noticed it in there.
What was the new one?
The one we were trying to watch, where they all come together. Marvel, Netflix's Marvel Defenders. I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
Oh, I have to watch it again.
I don't remember seeing it, but
maybe not.
Right. Sigourney Weaver's role was very homosexual. She was just doing.
Has been very.
She's kind of like a
butch.
Yeah, she plays kind of butch.
But you never hear anything about her.
Is she married?
She's been married forever. She's like.
It's like
longest marriages in Hollywood.
Really? Something's making it work. Maybe he's homosexual and they have it on pretense.
I can't remember her husband's name. It's not Weaver. I know that she kept the name for showbiz purposes. But
yeah. Let's see. Remo. LOL. King pose. Hey, he does good poses though. That was actually a compliment there, Christopher. His most posing motherfucker I've seen. Even his headshot. Remo. I have a tendency to lose interest in a female when I find something about her I don't like. It doesn't happen often though. Good. Glad it doesn't. Dime Star. My friend tried to debate me. Tupac was gay because he wore a nose ring and wore a bandana like a housewife. I don't know. I don't know about his sex life. I know that pre-Tupac, I would have thought he was homosexual. And as he said in his own life, what time he was homeless. And homeless guys do a lot of things, to make money. Remo, I was with a Rican this week, and she's built kind of round. Our connection was good, but she's kind of pushing the limits for me. And size-wise, huh? Remo, if you don't measure up, hey, do what a certain group of people do. Get an Asian chick. If you don't measure up, and it's just too much for you, there are things you can do. LOL, yeah, I know. Christopher says it was a compliment. I love taking photos. I think I'm addicted to the camera. Tell you stuck on yourself, huh?
Fool yourself, eh?
Well, remember his profile was a little bit pretentious and full of himself. Dime Star.
We've got jokes. That's all.
Yeah, we got jokes. Do you find men having nose rings to be a gay thing? To be honest, I've never liked it. Yeah, I thought it was a feminine thing. Me personally. It's always struck me the wrong way. Back when I started putting earrings in, it was considered cool. Now, back then, you had the left side. If you did the right side, you were, it was what gay guys did. And then the double one came out. And that was considered cool. That's why I did it, because it was considered cool. Like, girls loved it. What it did was it took my masculinity and it reduced it a little bit. Let's see. Jay, being married can be such a front. I could have sworn Pink was out of the closet, but I saw her with her husband and kid in a tuxedo wearing her hair like Elvis, LOL. I wonder about some of these people. Go see the movie Eyes Wide Shut. Robbie's son, Supreme. How do you get a girl to like you? Well, I find a girl that likes you to begin with. You can't make someone like. In my experience, you can't force a girl to like you. If you now, I've had this work where over time, girls at work they would start liking me, but you show a personality they like. Show them a personality they find attractive, and they'll find you attractive. Reem says, Supreme talking shit, I see. Ravi, I gotta admit, I'm a bit of a hoe chaser. Then you're in the wrong place, Ravi. You won't find any respect. You won't find 1 ounce of respect from me. You will only find disrespect from me. But so yeah, if you're a hoe chaser, don't bother asking me questions. I get irritated when guys ask me how do I prove my hoe chasing. Just enjoy the show. Watch what more experienced players are doing here. Case Shot Gaming. I see a lot of feminine rappers. Now, the problem is it's not hard for them to get self-famous now with all the social media platforms like YouTube. Exactly. 2 cents. I don't think Tupac was gay. I wouldn't know. I will say his music was more geared towards revolutionary thinking before the labels and corporation, but that was his market. That's what he's marketing to. After that, he tried to balance it with the thug stuff. Remo. No, but she's pretty big. So I'm feeling 50-50 about smashing. Oh, okay. Hey, man, like, again, you know, if you ain't got the, you can't handle that, you know, you're a little, I don't know. Supreme, do you still coach Raul? No, we haven't had sessions in years. But I talked to Raul on YouTube when he shows up, and I sent him emails. He's a grown man now. 2 cents. Pink goes both ways. A lot of celebrities do, especially the women. I didn't know that. Now, she's a singer. Pink's that singer, right? Who wore the meat suit and all that shit? Does weird shit?
No, that's Lady Gaga.
Oh, Lady Gaga, okay. Who's Pink?
Pink, she's a blonde. She is a singer.
There's a porn star named Pink or Pinky or something like that, isn't it? A sister with a big butt. Okay, let's see. Anybody want to mod this room while I'm talking? Remo, you want to mod so I can get these trolls out of here? That Julie was a dude. I think it's a dude. Only a dude would come in and talk about something, niggas. Or some type of trash white chick. Dime Star, I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't surprise me if he was gay. They found out half of Death Row had undercover gays in there. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Remo. Which is unfortunate because that's like Henry Kissinger said, make them homosexual. Who do we look up to? Our rappers. So who do you think people are going to follow? Rappers. Why do black dudes sag? Rappers. Why do a lot of black dudes smoke weed? Smoke weed every day. It's in our music. It's in the videos. Rappers. Rappers have done more harm to the black community than our COINTELPRO agents. You're all modded up there, Remo. Suppose we're never no K-Shot. I don't understand. Suppose we're never no talented rapper, though he would have been a clever teacher. Who's suppose? Suppose we're never no. Don't you mean, man? Remo says, I don't have much respect for rap anymore. I think Remo learned the truth of rap, how it's used against us. And I got to give the rap artists props for their clever hooks and music, but you're working against us. None of them work for the community. They're like leeches. They make all that money and flash their wealth, act like they're big men. It's kind of like, what was that movie series that we saw where the girl had the bow and arrow that your son likes? Mocking, that whole civilization of the mockingbird or mockingjay, whatever that was. They work for the main source. What's going on, Tafari? Tafari says, what's going on, brother? It's full of gay men and fake dudes. Yes, it has become very full. I even heard about Dr. Dre. Wow. Dr. Dre. Fuck. I like Dr. Dre. Christopher, I'm starting to stop listening to rap and start listening to more old school hits like Isley Brothers. That's my parents' generation. Temptations, Charlie Wilson, and who's Charlie Wilson? And R&B. Remo, who use pro-black messages as leverage for sale C? Going out of my head. What's up, Visual? Supreme, how did you get women to bend to your will? He goes, I've got 4 girls on my team. That's a long subject. The way you start is the way you finish. I started bending them to my will. The moment I stepped up to them, put my hand out, start walking. I learned not to ask for a dance. Start walking. If they put their hand in mine, they were mine. They showed submissiveness. That's perfect. Get them on the dance floor. Look how big my hands are. I got my hands on them, and I'm moving them. I'm making them move with me. I pull them in. They submit. So the way you start is the way you finish. After that, drag them off the floor. Give me a drink. Bam, I got that. Back on the floor, make out a little bit. I own it. Off the floor. Then I would chill out, relax, watch other people. If I see, like, every club has a goober that comes in, laugh at the goobers. That way, I'm getting her to laugh with me at someone else. You got to understand women, and they want a dominant male. They really just want to be dominated, but by the right male that's a true dominant. And I believe I made myself that way. I don't know if I was really born like that because my dad's wasn't necessarily a dominant male. He's more of a passive male. But I've always been that way. With online dating and spending time with women, that's when I got them into their heads. Did my mind fucking stuff, especially in bed. If I did my mind fucking in bed, I own their soul over time. Didn't happen necessarily the first time, but by the third, fourth time, I own that shit. If you could, get them in bed and mind fuck them, and then take their soul when they have that orgasm, you own that woman. It's like what they say, a vampire comes like 3 or 4 times before he totally takes the person's soul. That was the same thing. Jay Henry, there's some decent rap out there. You just gotta look. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar is great. The new Jay-Z album, nah, Jay, I'll pass. I'll pass. What I will say, I'm out of my rap stage and prefer other genres. Good. Charlie Wilson sings "You Are." Sings "You Are." Yeah, I'm not familiar with the dude. I'm not even familiar with the song "You Are." I'm a child of the '80s, in case you guys didn't know. Pretty much. Prince. I hate when you can't click out of the fucking videos. I'm watching the video right now. I see 2 biracial children. Anybody knows how we always call the biracial kids cute? Oh, okay, this song, yeah. This is an old one. You're an old motherfucker. Bring that up, man. Old soul, brother. Uncle Charlie is a bit too much. Tafari. J. Cole saved hip hop. I prefer hip hop over rap any day. K-Shot Gaming. It is not seen as black people getting their worth in life, coming out of the ghetto, making something out there. Life like Akon helped in Africa with electricity. There's positives with it too, and bad. Yeah, but there shouldn't be ghettos. How they create ghettos? Ran freeways through the neighborhoods or overhead. Stuck blacks all in one area. And then, of course, the school system is very, very bad in those areas. That's why black folks are largely pretty much uneducated there, K-Shot. Then they send these scared white teachers, white women into these areas that educate these black people. Supreme, I got 4 weeks to get in some form of training shape. Got any tips for diet and exercise? Yeah. 4 weeks. How much do you have to lose? Basically, though, if you eat a traditional Caribbean style, island style diet, if you eat the natural of just rice with fish without the rice, basically meats, proteins without the starches, you'll lose weight. That means cut out your breads, of course, cut out your drinking, cut out your breads, cut out your carbohydrates, and eat salads, eat vegetables. Okay, do that. Also increase your cardio. You'll start dropping weight like crazy. Uncle Chuck is a Mac from way back. Christopher says he dressed like one, except he puts his coat, buttons it over the belly, makes him look fat. Simply Deep, what's up? Remo. Yeah, I think he still rocks S curls. LOL, Remo says. Jay, I'll be honest, though, I can't do the whole temptation stylistics stuff, though. I find it too ringy, emotional, and high-pitched. LOL. You don't do it for you. You do it for the women that get in your car. You do it for the women that end up in your bed. Don't worry about it for you. It's for them. I posted a song on the forum, one of my favorite love songs from way back in the day when I was married, actually. It's called, it's by Billy Preston and Sarita. With You, I'm Born Again.
Ethan out? We did all the background work on this. We read all the online reviews, called all our friends who had kids in the last 7 years.
Fuck, I hate these goddamn commercials.
43.
Oh, good, I can skip it.
And what did we decide? We decided we should ask you. Register now at Babies R Us, and our experts will help you find.
And of course, it didn't work. Now, this is a little bit simpish. Comfort me through all this madness. Woman, don't you know with you, I'm born again. But women hear that shit. Come give me your sweetness. Now there's you, there's no weakness. Lying safe with you in your arms, I'm born again. The music of my generation had a lot of simpery in it, but it affected women's minds. And that's the reason why you want to play it when they're around. When they get in your car, you should put their mind in a different state. If you're playing, some fucked up rap shit or rock shit, headbanging music or fucked up rap shit, bitch, this, it's not going to put them in the right state you want them to be in. You want them to be in that romantic state. So when you lead them into your place, they're already primed. Remo says, come on, Supreme. You know that song. What song? See, I didn't listen to a lot of, I was more of a Prince type. I was also, I listened to MTV based pretty much. I listened to white music when it got good, when they started getting some beat to it. And black stars like Prince and Family. I love that song, Screams of Passion. I like all the passion stuff. Let's see. The music of the 80s, when they first started coming out with the videos, that was the music that I listened to. I didn't listen to anything hardcore black until I started going to the club where I met Jovina, rap music. Of course, it was on the radio, but I didn't really follow, I should say. Depeche Mode. We have that dude on our forum now. He's a Depeche Mode fan. I was a Depeche Mode fan too. I would never go to one of the concerts, but I like their music. That song, Personal Jesus. See, I listen to some of the words, and when the words speak to me, as far as my ego and the game, because I believe I was these women's personal Jesus. So their music was good for me. And Prince, of course, the nasty shit he put out, Erotic City. In fact, most of his shit was good until it got weird. It got weirder. Jay, I'll be honest. Okay, done that. Dime Star. We have Grime here in the UK. Not sure if you guys from overseas heard of it. I have no idea what that is. Maybe you could post a title of a song. I can look it up. Ahmed Supreme. What kind of guy do submissive girls like? They're like masculine, dominant males. That's why they go into BDSM to find guys that will dominate them. And they pay the price by getting their ass beat. And these guys, fetish shit. A lot of them are into the fetish shit as well because many of them have been sexually abused in their lives by relatives. And they're there to pay some kind of penance to work out some issues they have. But natural submissive women, of course, they're going to like dominant males. Years ago, I was, I think it was in San Diego, and there was that chick the married chick that would fly me down and put me up at the it's LA, put me up at the hotel on the airport. I never even left the hotel. She'd come over, we'd fuck, and she'd go back home. I got tired of that shit. Anyway, I met her in San Diego, and her next door neighbor was a submissive. And I could tell. We all went to breakfast, and she sat there, like this, and she kept offering to do things for me, help me, would you like some salt, all that kind of stuff. So I knew what she was. So I contacted her. Of course, my girl found out, but I told her I'm trying to set Craig up. But it was actually for me. And she'd give me her, on the side, give me her email address. Submissive women, if you're aware of their personality, you can see them all over the place. Let's see. All I attract are very masculine, dominant females. That means you have something in you that's. Let's see. You're Arabic, yeah. I learned from a prostitute that your group tends to be tricks, and that's why you're probably attracting these dominant, masculine females. There's something in your culture that, you guys throw the cash around. You guys have some cash, have some money. So you're attracting those types of females. We got to get that out of your personality, whatever you're doing, and make you become more masculine, more dominant. And I've never heard any problem with dominance, but there's something in your group, I guess because of the money, when you guys started coming to this country, you're flashing all that money and shit. All the guys I knew that were Arabic, like they owned this one guy, he owned a car dealership, and he'd drive up, all the time in brand new cars or used cars. And, he was known for his big house and inviting chicks over and stuff like that. Usually the opposites will attract. If you have a bit of softness in you, then harder women are going to find you. Remo, okay, cool. I got to train for this basketball tournament. Okay. A couple days before the tournament, you want a carb load then. That way you have enough carbs in your bloodstream to survive the tournament. But until then, you want to play basketball, if that's your sport, as much as you can, because that does burn calories, and also push yourself. Even though you're going to be tired, you're going to be weak, you're not going to be able to feel like even running up and down the court because you're on a diet. Push yourself to that time period. Know it's your time to pay your dues. And you must be pretty good to be in a tournament. I've seen some of those tournaments come out of New York. Let's see, Dime Star. There's a song called P110AR. M to the N. These are the songs people in the UK listen to, and it's horrendous. course, I've got to hear that shit. I'll let you know what I want dinner. That's good. African rappers. That's a new thing I'm aware of in the last 5 years or so. Oh, God. I hate when Africans imitate African Americans and the gangster shit, you know, with the covering the face up and shit like that and standing and imitating us. You're imitating trash, brothers. Why imitate the trash? It's cool. No, it's not cool. Here, let me let you guys see this trash. It's like when, you know, Wiggas imitating blacks, of course, the ghetto. You know, you're imitating trash. Now, these look like they're either Jamaicans or Africans. I think they're probably Africans. And, well, they're in the UK, so whatever. They're wherever their parents are from. They've all gone together, and they're imitating Americans. And they don't even have gang signs to throw up. One dude was trying to throw up a gang sign. There's no gang sign like that. No gang signs. So they got to do, they got to improvise. Oh, wait, is he trying to throw up a gang sign? They ain't got no gangs over there. Well, not like they have over here. And that English accent. Oh, boy. It just don't sound the same to me. That English accent. Okay. How many motherfuckers they got on set? They invited everybody in the neighborhood to get in there. Huh? Look at bruh back here, peeking out from the very back. Peeking out from just eyeballs. Okay, I've heard enough. Thanks for that look. David Santelli, what were your pick-up songs back then? I think 1980 and 1990. 80s, I was married. Let's go forward into 87, 88, somewhere in there. I don't recall. I did have a pickup song. I was going to white clubs, and let me see what was popular back then. Oh, yeah. You guys are probably going to laugh at me for this one. Yeah, I danced to his music. If that's that Fleshful Fantasy guy. I don't recall his name. Billy Idol. Yeah, I danced to Billy Idol at the clubs. I went to white clubs. Don't hate. I danced to Billy Idol. Scandal. Yep, Scandal. I don't remember Patti Smith. The Police, yes. Every breath you take. Call me Uncle Tom if you want. I was tomming out.
My mom.
Tomming it up.
My kids, my job, taking care of everybody every day. My mom, my kids,
This is The Police, Every Breath You Take. What else? I don't know that song. Aha, I remember Aha. George Michael, of course, yeah. Journey, I don't recognize that one. Tears for Fears, they were out. Yeah, I remember that. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. That's actually a good song. White folks learned to have a beat. They learned to put out music with a beat. Watch when it drops in. Feel that? Yeah. So, I'm up in the white clubs, dance Simple Minds. Yeah. Robert Palmer. Yep. Most definitely. Not Fleetwood Mac. Depeche Mode. Now, if you listen to the words of this song and you're any kind of seducer, this was some shit.
So I live tobacco free because it's a fact that smoking cigarettes can damage nearly every part of your body.
I used to teach that shit there. Listen. Reach Out, Touch Me. And it's got beat. Listen to Your Prayers, Someone Who Cares. That's my mind fucking. That's how I start developing the concept of getting them these chicks' heads. Okay, so I listen to a lot of different music. I also listen to black music too, of course. Are shaved heads seen as a manly look? Yeah. Dime Sar says they're Jamaicans. Okay. I figured they're either African or Jamaicans. The first brother looked like he was African when I first looked at it. But I saw the lighter, light-skinned ones, and I figured, okay, there must be something going on there. They got together. But thanks for telling me they're all Jamaicans. Great. That would be Greece's people. K-Shot Gaming. Yes, Defo Mist is from where I live in Birmingham. That's what I was saying earlier. There are positives as well as negatives with music. He is now a successful black man, so another brother has made it. These people, they make it and they give nothing back to the black community. The person you talked about earlier, I believe isn't he African? The one rapper that built an electric company. He's also going to make a profit on that. But I love that he's doing that. That's where we need to start investing our businesses, is in Africa. Okay, our shaved heads see this manly look. My hair is changing a bit. I don't want to be that white guy who rocks a horseshoe. That's an interesting word for that, because that's what I have if I were to let my hair grow. A horseshoe. George Jefferson. Don't mean to talk. Hey, man, you're good. Type as much you want to type. In fact, type more. And yeah, shaved head is good if you have the right shaped head. If you got an odd shaped head, funny head, it may not be as good. Jay Henry. Yeah, I don't know if his vids are for show, but he had a boat out in Dubai. It's a fact. He's doing his thing. Okay. K Gaming. That's the worst song to use as an example of grime music. Yeah, it sounds like rap music. We have gangs just as bad in the UK as America. Some get shot, stabbed every day like America. There's ghetto in the UK. I've seen your ghetto buildings. Those apartment units that are like it's like a whole country in there. Why call you a Tom? I was Tomming out back then. I felt like a Tom, like Uncle Tom. You know, I'm going to these white clubs, dancing to white music, their Remo, and I didn't care. I was having a Tom and good time. And I wasn't into black culture at the time either. I really didn't get into it deeply until I got online here and started teaching you guys when I started my forum. I got into it when that white man, Silver Fox, said that the Olmecs couldn't have been black. That's what really flipped the switch on me. Laughed my ass off. Can't imagine Preem getting down to a white wedding. I was actually had some good shit. It was actually a very sexual beat. So I got sexual with these white chicks. And think about it. This music was new for white folks. And the white chicks were just getting buck nasty. The music was freeing their asses. Now remember, their culture is very frozen. If you look at the history of their music, Benny Goodman, we're going way back to when my dad was a little kid, was considered a radical, and that his music was communistic. Elvis Presley, the way he danced, because he learned from black people how to dance, how to move his hips, it was considered taboo. Just that little hip thing he did. It was considered bad. It was considered of the devil. So you come forward to the 80s when they started that type of music. Think about the effects on their bodies. The women felt they were getting freed because all they had listened to before that was just the traditional, white music that was out, country and western or rock. And metallic started back in the 70s, so wasn't very much they could choose from. Along comes artists like Madonna, and she started producing dance music, and other artists like that. And bam, these white chicks were suddenly, they were running the black music, or started to. That's why they like that old school stuff. But they suddenly had their own music with a beat. So it's like they were freed, set free. K-Shot Gaming, where are you from? Dimestar is asking. K-Shot says it's not all tea and biscuits as people say about the UK. Oh, yeah. I know that there's harder parts of life for some people in the UK. But the image of the UK is you guys are some fucking pussies. Prim, proper pussy fucks. But I do know about the tough guys, the tough one is over there. America has this image of the UK, but it's UK's fault. You guys put that image in Americans that you guys are, look at that show where the young rough kid becomes the secret agent in that posh secret government thing. I can't remember the name of it, the good men or whatever it was. They have their umbrellas and they kick ass. I don't remember what the name of the movie is. He has another one coming out. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue too. That's our ideology of the English. Walk around with your umbrellas and all that kind of shit. Tea and crumpets. K-Shot says it in Birmingham, UK. I didn't realize there was a Birmingham, UK because I was just in Birmingham, Alabama. And then when he said Birmingham, I thought Alabama. J. Henry, J. Cash, cover of Personal Jesus is better to me. Johnny Cash? I heard it. I like Depeche Mode's better. My little brother, when he was alive, he was a Johnny Cash fan. I'm almost embarrassed to say. K-Shot Gaming, me too. So you guys are both in Birmingham? Interesting. You got your hook up. David Santelli, OG, used to listen to white music. H-Tat, bring me to politics. H-Tat. That, the word that, bring me, I don't understand. J. Also, I listen to black music too. There are a lot of good black artists out there during that time period. The 80s was fun for me. 80s and 90s was good. I got into R&B somewhere in, I used to listen also to house music. And I would dance to house music. If you go to Burning Man, that's all you're going to hear is house music stuff. Jay, yeah, I got a funny shaped head. I still got a good set of hair, but it runs in my family, so I stay on my hair. LOL. Don't start stressing on it, though, because that'll kill your game. What's up, Depeche? Kenneth. There's a lot of Depeches out here. K-Shot. What's the weather like where you live, Supreme? Have you been affected by the storm? I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California. It's clear skies right now. Darren says, what's up? What's up? Jay, yeah, I noticed it was around when disco came. White people's music started getting a bit funky, but they could never emulate the funk. No, they could never emulate the funk. Indian music is good, Depeche says. If you're raised Indian, it's good. If you weren't, it's not. I don't find it pleasing myself. The Kingsman is the movie. Thank you, Remo. The Kingsman, yeah. Funk started back in the 70s. Fuck. You always have some white girl doing this shit now. And she always got that fucking accent voice. I can't get rid of shit fast enough. Now this was funk. The bass beat. And of course, Bootsy Collins was a bass player. I believe he played for Parliament. There we go. And Parliament was one of the popular funk groups that were out back then. This is my high school days. They still play this song today. Now this is what we play at house parties. Get the party started. Funk. there's some of the black folks we have in us that when it comes to music, we need that beat. Lionel Richie, he left the band that he was with, and he went on his own, and he started singing Lionel Richie songs. He wasn't popular for me. Reem says some Indian music be banging. I wouldn't know. I don't listen to it. I was listening to some beats coming out of the Arab community. That dude that shows Bin Laden dancing, and then people jumping out of planes and yelling Al Akbar, and then they show him blowing up buildings and shit. That dude that does that music. He's putting together some good beats. I wasn't a Lionel Richie fan. I think he was from the Ohio Players. Damn, this thing is fast. And Ohio Players, they had a lot of good songs out in my days. The Big Afros, Skin Tight. That was a good song. 75, I was in high school. And this was funk.
Did you know that building a website doesn't have to suck?
Ain't this a bitch?
You can just use Go Central by GoDaddy.
There's that bass. Black music is very sexual. We put it out there and say it as it is. And that's why white women would, gravitate to our music, because they're trying to express, and they're now feeling their sexuality. And that was the difference. White culture was more repressed. Black culture was more free. David Santelli, that brings me to politics as the agenda goes. And the dating market is shifting from reality to the internet. What are your thoughts about that? Aren't men getting weaker to be, you're not making sense. Are men getting weaker to be stronger online? What does that mean? And you're to politics as the agenda goes, the dating market is shifting from reality to, actually, people still go out in the real world and meet. The percentage of people who have met with online dating has grown, but people are still meeting in the real world. So it's not shifting from, it's still in its growth phase. Christopher says that's some good funky music. I'm added that to my funk playlist. Good. I'll try to put some more shit on the forum. And what's up, Cool Bear Teddy? That's P-Funk. Classed. What's up, Supreme and everybody on chat? Jay Henry, what up? Remo says, what up? Jay Kun has that West Coast rap bounce. Not sure what you're talking about. The bands I played, I'm not sure where they're from. Between pursuing bitches and chasing bitches, same thing. Look, wait a minute. You're using semantics here. Pursuing. See, I picture pursuing as you chasing after a bitch. Just another way of saying it. I look at my own life. I didn't have to pursue bitches. They opened the door and I picked them up. I didn't have to chase after them, chase them down, beg them to go out with me. They wanted to. So let's look at the definition of these two words. Yes, pursue. What I type? This will educate me. One, to follow in order to overtake, capture, kill, chase. So basically, you're using the same word to me, just different words for the same thing. To follow, close upon, go with, attend. To strive to gain, seek to attain or accomplish an end, object, purpose. To proceed in accordance with a method, plan, etc. To carry on or continue a course of action, a train of thought, an inquiry, studies, etc. Number 6, to continue to annoy, afflict, or trouble. Now you're a brown guy, and let's say you're pursuing a white chick. Do you think she'll be annoyed or troubled? So we saw the word chase in the same definition, and as I was thinking. Shit. Same definition. Pursue with intent to capture, kill. Okay, so it's basically pretty much the same thing. Remo says, I despise the wiggas that media promotes. Me too. Cool Bear says, another old school, the Gap Band. The Gap Band actually came from where my ex-wife was from. They're from the Bay Area. I think that's the same. No, it was Confunction. What about Bob Marley? What about him? He's from the islands. He wasn't part of American black culture. He's good, just not for everyone, Remo says. Yeah, not for everyone. I suppose my mom had that hairstyle back in her day, the big afro. That's right, you're biracial. Your father is English. Let me see. You're that dude that was on here at one time. Okay, Depeche. The quality of bitches is way higher in real life than online dating. I found that to be true and not true because there are ugly bitches at a club and there are ugly bitches online. There are hot bitches online and there are hot bitches in the club. So hot bitches have gotten smart. They went to sites like Tinder, loaded up on Tinder, and wait for dudes to come step into their traps. That's what they do in their downtime because they realize, like a real player, because women are better players than you guys are. They are way better than you guys are. They realize that, my downtime, I should do something to entertain myself during my downtime. So they flooded into internet dating. So your statement is correct and incorrect at the same time. Sound like you lack knowledge of women, dear Depeche. And Remo said that's not really true. Thank you, Remo. Cool Bear Teddy, what's up? Says, what's up? Remo, it matters your city and market. Yeah. I'm in Sacramento. I have a big market. It's some good population size here. Now, we have trouble with one of the members of the forum. He's in a small podunk town in Tennessee. And he has a different look. David Santelli. I see a lot more men opening women, inboxing them online than in real life situations. That's why I was saying that there is an online shift. I see a lot more men. How do you see men opening or inboxing women? How are you aware of that there, David? Is my question. Hey, Preem, do you think it's gayish to be a guy into fashion? No. It sucks that high fashion is really controlled by gays. Yeah, it sucks. Remo is into fashion. I believe he was trying to start a clothing company at one time. Does Remo seem gay? Jay Henry, yeah, hot bitches can be hella time wasted online. If you don't know how to work them, they sure can be. To chumps, it's a waste of your time. Let me put it like that, Jay. If you ain't got game, don't bother stepping up. Don't step up anyway. Let them step to you first. And your next statement is going to be, well, hot bitches don't step to me. So be it. Let me go to my site real quick. I can't put this on YouTube. This brother, he was posing, in T-shirts for his profile. He came back from a photo shoot. He was wearing a suit. I didn't know who the fuck he was. He went from looking like a boy to a man. So I'm real proud of Braxton. I think this is it. But also, I better try this one. It must not be this one. Let me try this one. No. Nope. Depends on what you like. This girl, she messaged me first. She's native, but she's covered in tats. Also, I had a picture of a biracial chick, but I put it in a video and got rid of it. But she was real attractive. And I used her as a test. I put out the challenge that I could get her to email me and start a conversation. And it worked. But I don't have access. I put it in a video, but I made the video unlisted. It's only for my forum. So I have nothing to show. I thought I'd put a photograph, but I was going to show you, really pretty girls, examples of really pretty girls. They will message you if you have a power profile that attracts their attention. Supreme, they all talk about online women. Huh? David says, Supreme, they all talk about online women, not women from real life. Well, if you're looking at people online, recognize that a lot of people, you guys who are online, you're afraid to go out in the real world. So, of course, if you're looking at people that are online, these are people afraid to go to the nightclubs to begin with. There are big men in there. They might beat me up. A fight might break out. I might get hurt. Talk to people who don't come online. They go to nightclubs. So, David, you're more likely an online person because you're online talking to me. There's only a few people that are doing it the right way. Christopher, he wasn't doing it the right way. He just now started doing it the right way, which is during your weekdays, you do internet dating. Weekends, you hit the clubs. Remo, he was doing both. On his downtime, he's on the internet. He's got tons of dates from it. He's also out there in New York, walking the streets, looking for pussy, like the werewolf of London. But he's out in the real world. So he was one of the few that was actually doing both. And I'm glad he got rid of his Obama phone, so when he calls in, we can actually hear him. Thank you for that, Remo. GQ is good, but watch out for the faggotry. Hey, yeah. Because they dress their men up, a lot of kind of faggoty. I posted a video of an old Madonna song called Vogue. And the guys in there, they're posing kind of feminine, except for the one Italian guy. Jay, yeah, I'm getting into wearing more gentlemanly clothes. Good. You can wear a blazer with a bummy ass t-shirt and jeans, and your points go up. Crazy. Yep. I don't go out without it, like Preem said. Good. Remo said, stop talking shit about my phone. You ready for dinner?
I'm just waiting for you to give the word.
Okay.
It's going to just take me a couple minutes to put the salad together.
All right, go ahead and put it together. That old salad together. So we're having tuna tonight. Tell us. Hold on, she's opening the door.
Yeah, because I thought you were done.
I can have tuna in my salad tonight.
Ooh.
Remo gives some good advice that I'm not aware of. No blazer and t-shirt is played out since 2008. So what's the new look, Remo?
Yeah, tell us, Remo.
Jogan said, yeah, tell us.
I never said wear a blazer all the time.
So 2008-ish.
Did anyone ever hear me say to wear a blazer all the time?
He wasn't. talking about your advice.
I know, but
One of the fellas is wearing a blazer and he said a bummy t-shirt.
And what?
A bummy t-shirt.
A bummy t-shirt?
Hopefully it's a t-shirt that's, you know, the V-neck collar. You notice I've been wearing a lot of those lately. I finally upgraded from the crew neck, although I did buy some crew necks this summer as well.
Oh, what's the guy
Blame Ryan Seacrest, he says.
Huh?
Ryan Seacrest, I guess he did that look.
Wow.
Jay. Damn, Remo killing my shit. LOL. Yeah. I want to get back into martial arts. Haven't done contact sports since high school, and I really want to get into it. David says in case they need to fight. You know, if you have the look of a punk, it's going to find you. People are going to pick on you. If you don't look like a punk, then people more likely will leave you alone. If you put out a weak vibe, they're going to come after you. V-neck shirts are for the club. Plain ones, not the polos. Michael Nolan's giving dress advice. Once Ryan wore it out on American Idol, people stopped making that look mainstream and it became a joke. See, I wasn't aware of that. I just posted somewhere. Oh, it's on my other channel. Let's see.
There's a time and place for the blazer, you know.
Yeah, this is one I posted on the other channel. It's not a t-shirt. It's actually a full, actually, I think cut off there. But it was one of those dress shirts that looks like a t-shirt, I guess. And the black blazer. And it worked for me. Oh, they have no facial hair was something I'm not going to do again. Jay says he was being sarcastic. Supreme, I'm a bouncer in Oregon. I would see bad boys getting bad bitches. You could tell when they come in the room because of their energy. Exactly, Darren. Exactly. That's why, fellas, you got to change your energy. There's leftovers for, you know, the rest of you fellas, of the bad boys, the tough guys get through. Jay, anyway, I was being sarcastic with the bummy t-shirt thing. What I was trying to say is a blazer will bring your casual game up if done right. Yes, it does. That's what I noticed many, many years ago. Magadona MMA is tough training. That's why guys won't put the work in to learn self-defense. Yeah, that's why a lot of guys won't go there. Remo doing MMA doesn't mean you still can't be a bitch. It has to be in you, not on you. That's true. David Santelli, damn, you look like Suge Knight. Gee, thanks.
Where are you?
This photo, come here. This photo here where I'm in the suit. Remember that? I was speaking at Borders and the light blue shirt.
How do you look like Suge Knight?
I don't know. He's big.
Yeah.
I look damn good, I think. I was a good weight then. That was 260. And I like that size. Just like the baby face. I like it when I have facial hair, because facial hair gives you more of a masculine look, despite having double earrings. Yeah. All right, it's time for me to eat my dinner. This is how I dress in everyday shit. Usually a t-shirt, button-up shirt, jeans. So that's my everyday wear. Damn, why I gotta take all them damn pills?
Same as usual.
What is this shit for?
I've told you a million times what those are for.
No, tell me again. Shit.
One's for the cholesterol.
Cholesterol, okay.
Let's see, one's cholesterol.
What's this little green one for?
Huh?
What's the little green one for?
Green one is potassium.
Potassium, okay. What about this pink one?
Pink one is. Oh, the pink one is the cholesterol one.
Cholesterol. Okay. The white capsule.
What white capsule?
This one.
Oh, that's your probiotic.
Oh, probiotic. Yeah, I'm glad. I want to start back taking my vitamin
And
pack.
the other one is for high blood pressure.
High blood pressure, okay, which I don't have.
The other capsule, that's 2 tone.
Well, we'll take it. Okay. I'm just questioning, the shit that I'm taking every damn day.
It's the same thing you take every day.
I get tired of taking shit. All right, let's see. Michael Nolan says that stands up. Stand-up fighting, boxing rules. It made it much tougher. Okay, if you say, wait a minute. This is because of the recent fight, Michael Nolan. Anyways, I got to go, fellas. Time to eat dinner and take my pills. You guys have a good evening. It's been real. Take care.